Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from Chosen Wheat Farm. I hope you're doing well. I'm popping in today to do a video about collecting cucumbers seeds. I did one before about mustard seeds, and it's the end of the cucumber season here in Texas. My cucumbers are done. They run their course, they're dying, and it's about time for me to plant for the fall for the cucumbers. And in order to do that, I've got to collect some cucumber seeds. So I wanted to show you guys how to do that. It's easy peasy. You don't have to worry about it being really difficult or anything, but the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have a ripe cucumber, an overripe cucumber, and I have one here. Now, knowing me, I don't remember the variety that I planted. If you know anything about me, I'm horrible about recording what varieties of things that I just plant, okay, y'all? I just plant. And so this, I don't remember what variety this is. But what we're going to do is, what I'm going to do is cut this open and scoop out the seeds. And for about 2 or 3 days, those seeds are going to, the pulp of them are going to ferment. And what that does is you put it in a jar with some water. And what happens is they separate, the seeds separate, and that way you know the good seeds from the bad seeds, and that makes it a whole lot easier. And so in a little bit, I'm going to go and cut this cucumber and show you guys how to do it. Okay guys, so we have the cucumber here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. This is a big cucumber, so I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in half again. And then inside you can see the pulpy parts and the seeds here, and those seeds are nice and plump, and that tells me that they're ripe. So I'm going to take this right here, and I'm just going to scrape all that out. And the rest of this can go to the chickens, because really it's going to be too bitter at this point to eat, really. You can try to eat it if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. And I'm going to do it this side as well. And let me cut this one. Oh, this side has a lot more in them. All right, so I got that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to cover this with water, and all that pulp is going to, the yeast and stuff like that will eat all that pulp, and it'll start to, I guess you could call it, dissolving away. And then what will happen will, the non-viable seeds, the seeds that you don't want, will float to the top, and you can scrape those off. And then the good ones will fall to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait 3 days, and then I'll show you the difference between the good and the bad. Okay, it has been 3 days, and I just wanted to show you guys how the seeds separate. So what I'm going to, you can see there are seeds at the bottom, and then what I'm going to do is scoop out all of that yuckiness at the top to get out all the seeds that I know are bad. And then I'm going to pour it into a sieve and rinse everything out. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll get back to you. All right, so I have strained these and rinsed them really, really well. And the next step you want to do is dry them out. And I'm going to actually put them onto a coffee filter. And the reason I use a coffee filter, and spread them out. All right, we're going to spread them out so that they're not on top of each other and can dry out really, really well. And the reason that I use a coffee filter is paper towel. They tend to stick to paper towel, okay? And it's just much easier if I use a coffee filter. So what I'm going to do is spread them all out so it's nice and even. You could even put a piece of paper towel underneath of that to absorb some of the water, and you want this to dry completely. And then you want to store them in a cool, dry place. And this is from one, remember, this is from one cucumber. So there's plenty of seeds here for your family for the next planting. You're going to get plenty of cucumbers from this. All right. Well, that's it, guys. I hope this video was helpful for you. Just remember the steps for cucumbers, and this is for tomatoes as well, tomato seeds as well. You're going to let those cucumbers over ripen. They're not going to be green. They're going to be almost a pale color or yellow color. Going to cut them in half, scoop out that pulp, put that pulp in a jar with some water and let it set and ferment for about 3 days. And then you're going to have your seeds separate. Scoop out after 3 days, scoop out all that gunky stuff, and then pour everything into a strainer and let that rinse it out really well, rinse it off, put it on some coffee filter, put those seeds on a coffee filter so that they can dry out, and once they're dry you can store them. All right. Like I said, I hope this was helpful. If you would like to subscribe to our email list, please visit www.thechosenweeds.com and you'll get a free download for some farmers market recipes, which I think will be useful for you, especially during the season of the farmers market. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if you need some help with saving seeds or growing things, hey, let me know as well. And I hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.